Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Coach Andres, as you can see with coachingwithundress.com. Who I'm in love with this setup. Thank you, my team over here, everyone coaching with Andres. Thank you, George, behind camera. You know who you are. I see his hand up. There we go. Let's have some fun, people. It's 2023. It's Valentine's Day around the corner, and by the time this video comes out, it might be past Valentine's Day, but I have a special for you. I have a Valentine's Day special for you. Before we get started with even the topic, I want you to hit that subscription. And after you hit that subscription, I want you to make a comment because I respond to them myself personally, and I want you to show me what your situation is. What do you think about this topic? You like it, you dislike it. And if you want a coaching session that I can here to help you, I'm going to offer you a Valentine's Day special discounted rate on any of my sessions. You message, I'll respond to you, and we'll get it done. A very great special discounted rate just for you on this video. You ready? Today, I have topics. I have my research. It's all right here. But I'm not going to talk about my topics. I'm going to talk about a coaching session I had last night with one of my clients. She's a great woman. She's hilarious. She's funny. She's beautiful. She's smart. She's ambitious. But she has a type of man that keeps on getting in her way. And it's so funny because she puts on this empowering hat of, well, I'm very educated, Andres. I'm very successful. I'm attractive. I take care of my health. No baggage, no kids. I got some traumas. We all do. But, I'm almost 40, she says, and I want to settle down with a good man. I was like, well, what's the question? And she goes, the situation that she's been in, the situationship that she's been in, has reared its end out on social media with him and another woman this past weekend. And she goes, oh, what was that, coach? What's going on? And I was like, well, we've been talking about this for a while, and you've been having your fun with him, and there's been casualness going on, and the tensions weren't clear, and you just wanted to have fun in the very beginning, and you're very attracted to him, and you're sexually just connected with him, and there's a lot of charismatic charm, and there's a lot of good fun and everything else. So that's fine to do that if that's what you want, because you're so busy, and I love that about you. But if you portray those vibes, those elements, which nothing wrong with this, so don't get me wrong, I'm not judging anything, but there is a way of, not repercussions, but there is always something that might happen in those situations if you want a serious relationship. And then she tells me, well, it's very hard for me to get attracted to a man. I have a very specific type. And it's been a long time since I've been attracted to a man like this guy. So I was just kind of going with the flow. I was like, understandable. And I kind of was enjoying just the casualness of it because we get along so well. When we're together, it's great. But there wasn't consistency. The communication was sporadic, ups and downs, hot and cold. But when they're together, they're together. He's locked in. How could you not be? She's beautiful, successful, great character, great, outlook on life. But she kept on approaching it the way she knows how to. So I said, you have all these beautiful, powerful characteristics and elements and successes as a woman, personally. She's like, yeah, take a lot of pride in that. You do. But you're still dating like a girl. You know what she did? She took a step back from the Zoom call and she was like, you're right. Still dating like a girl. And it's because she had to put relationships to the side for the longest time for her schooling. She had to put relationships to the side for a while because of her career, her commitment, her dedication to what she is. And she's amazing what she does. She's also a painter, sailor, golfer, athlete, does all these great things. Different languages. It's insane what she does. It's beautiful. And it's in that sense of where she was doing that self-discovery, personal development, which is awesome. But within that very, demanding schedule for yourself, which is great, you sometimes don't prioritize relationships how they should be compared to how can I just get what I want. So she was like, what do I do? And I was like, what did you say when you saw the Instagram post with him and another girl? She was like, nothing. I was like, are you surprised? And she was like, no. Because we don't have consistent communication. We haven't had clear intentions. It's been fun, good sex, great connection. And which is funny is because she was seeing this prior to this post that he made. And she was like, I'm kind of coming to a point where I don't want to get caught up with him more and more, thinking this might change. I want to put something together to establish my boundaries now because I see myself getting too carried away. And I was like, put it together. Give me what you want. Put it together. And this is what I do, ladies. When you have some level of, not confusion, but you're not sure how to put the words, part of my coaching is to help you respond to the situation you are with that man. If it's a text, if it's an email, it's a phone call, it's not just a coaching session one-on-one. I'm going to help you and guide you through the week through texting, phone calls, emails, and help you express what you want to say. That's what's part of my whole coaching. It's not just the 30-minute talk we have. It's not just the 1 hour talk we have. I am available 24/7. Not for a deep talk for 30 minutes of 24/7, but a quick text, email response. I got you. I'm here for you. Because my goal is to keep you in line to get and pursue your goal, fulfill your intentions, your desires in a relationship. So she put together a nice message. And I was like, let it all out. Rip it. I'm going to help kind of sweeten it, shorten it, and just kind of sharpen it. And she was like, I'm learning that as much as I've always been a casual dater, that's not more what I want anymore. And it's because I really like you. But I know we haven't had clear intentions. So I think it's best we keep things a little more friendly, platonically. And I think it's okay that we both want different things. I do value the time that we've been together. So she put something long. I kind of shortened it to that. And she was like, that's very powerful. And I was like, it's confident, it's honest, and it's to the point. It's direct. Us men love that. Us men, when you say something like that, we don't even know how to respond sometimes because you're kind of thrown back to like, wow, she just put me in my place, but I'm not offended. She put me in my place, and I'm not even sad or mad. She put me in my place. I'm kind of turned on. I'm kind of impressed. I'm inspired. So she said she was putting it together and she was like, I'm going to hold off on that. I want to see, this was obviously prior to the Instagram post. And she was like, I'm going to see a little while, but I have it ready. Thank you for editing it. Thank you for polishing it. But I will send it because I just can't keep on dating like this. I don't want to continue like this. 40's around the corner and maybe I don't want kids. Maybe I do want kids, but I want the option. And I was like, of course, you deserve to have that option. But then she saw the post. And then we talked. And she was like, now I want to send the message. And I was like, the context has changed now. The situation has changed now. Now you're going to react, not respond to the situation. And I don't think you need to send anything right now. And what you put together was also almost too thoughtful prior to knowing what he saw, because to post with another woman while you are sleeping with another woman, that's a very strong move, man. That's a very ballsy move. That's a very self-absorbed, insensitive, rude, disrespectful move in a situation. Like casual dating, nothing wrong with it. Casual sex, do your thing. Single, be single. But if you're sleeping with someone and you post a video with someone else, that just shows to me where you are in your mind, and he doesn't deserve that explanation. He doesn't deserve that thoughtful message. And she was like, that's it. I'm done with him. No more. Help me find someone else. And I was like, whoa, no. My coaching isn't to help you date, to replace, and repeat. We need to go dive down deeper to what it is. Why do you put yourself in these positions that you've done before? Not the first time, not the second time, not even the third time, she says, that you get caught up in these casual situations because you prioritize and are fixated on looks, attraction, connection, good sex. I mean, those are amazing characteristics. I mean, who doesn't want that? But those can't be the first priorities, the first things you're looking for. She's like, what do I do? We need to find more about you and less about them. She's like, what do you mean? I was like, well, I know you got a very strenuous, very, very prestigious schedule of your schooling, your work, your physical fitness commitment. It's awesome. It's inspiring. I love it. But we need to add something in your world that has more of a hobby, an interest, an art form, a curricular activity to kind of branch you out of your routine. And she's like what? I was like, what do you like to do that you haven't done in a very long time? I love skiing. I haven't gone skiing in a long time. I love golfing. I love painting. I love photography. I love debate. I love philosophy. And I was like, you sound awesome. And you haven't done any of those in who knows how long. She goes, I don't even remember. Probably not until school, not since school. And I was like, okay. How about we enroll? Here's your assignment. Class session, class in session. Here's your assignment. We're not going to talk about men and boys because you already always going to have options. She's attractive. She's always going to have options. Get over it. You're pretty. Get over it. I'm not trying to help you find the next guy. I'm trying to help you find the right guy. So she goes, so what am I going to do? I was like, try to enroll in at least one of those courses. Something. Zoom, in person, outdoors, activity, group, something. Debate, philosophy, art, photography, skiing, golfing. I mean, those are great options. You know what she says? It was quite funny. We laughed about it because we always have good talks. It's not about, again, I'm not here to control. I'm here to coach your decisions, not control your decisions. I have tools. They're not rules. I'm here to guide you. And she goes, well, most people in photography classes or art classes are kind of losers. I was like, so wait, people who take those classes of things you like are losers? Yeah, And I was like, how do you figure? She's like, well, sometimes they're a little artsy fartsy, a little too much, and that's just who they are. Maybe they're potheads. Maybe they just don't have work. Maybe they're just like couch potatoes and just kind of like, just draw and try to pursue their art careers and all that. And they just don't have that status. And I was like, oh, the status. That word. And I was like, in no way, in shape or form, is there a man like you with a very successful career who takes care of himself, who's single and available, who likes those things too and happens to do those on the side? There's no way. No chance. She was like, maybe. And I was like, okay. So you're basically saying you're not giving yourself any chance or hope of just thinking something negative about things that you like, and you're not going to do it. And not only you're not going to do that, you're also going to continue dating the same way of the last four situationships of casualness, good sex, and just a strong physical attraction. So I'm going to stay in this little girl mindset of dating, which becomes toxic at the end of the day. And then when I'm actually curious about growing up emotionally, to hold myself accountable to find a man who has similar interests, not just the attraction or just the girl-guy bar scene or the club scene, I don't want to do that because there might be losers. So you're basically shrinking your world, you're shrinking your options and staying in the same place. And she's like, you're right. And I was like, you know what? I'll tell you what. You're right. She's like, what about what? Your future boyfriend, your future husband might not be in that class. Probably not. Probably not. Maybe a 60-year-old man, maybe an 18-year-old kid, maybe a couple of potheads. Who knows? But his brother might be available. His cousin. You never know. My point is, when I do as a coach, it's not about just obsessing over relationships. It's about life. I told her it's a win-win situation. Because now, once or twice a month, when you're available, you're going to do something for yourself. You're going to become a better painter, photographer, golfer, skier, debater, philosopher, whatever one you pick. And you're going to enjoy it because these are things you picked. And not only that, you're going to make either a good friend of a female, a good friend with no interest, a male, maybe a gay bestie, or someone who might be like you. Or one of all of those options who has a brother, a roommate, an uncle, a cousin, a friend. Hey, you know what? My sister's, my wife's brother-in-law, my wife's brother, my brother-in-law would be perfect for you. You're not even allowing yourself to open that door in your world because they might be losers. And then you want to stay in this one world of prioritizing sex, attraction, and physical looks. I told her it's a win-win. You're going to enjoy the class. You're going to learn. You're going to be better at what things that you like to do. And not only that, you're going to find some level of relationship, friendship in those classes with people who like the same things you like. Does it always have to lead to love and relationship? No, it doesn't. And when you don't think about forcing love and a relationship in those situations in your life, and you just basically try to live your life and be the best version of yourself and try new things, that's usually when love and relationship comes knocking on your door when you least expect it. When you obsess over something, that's usually when it doesn't come. And when you open more doors of things that you like, that's usually when it comes. My brother had this awesome saying I remember growing up. It has a lot to do with relationships, but also has a lot to do with yourself. And sometimes when you see a beautiful piece of art, a sculpture, a building, architecture, something, you get so magnified with it. You get so caught up with it, engaged with it, to a point where you just constantly move closer and closer and closer and closer to it. And you're just really obsessed with it. And you're looking at everything. You're trying to point out the imperfections. And you're just getting really, really close to it. And you're almost to a point where not even you're appreciating anymore. You're just too close from what you're looking at. Sometimes taking a step back and seeing for what it really is. Your imperfections make you perfect, John Legend. You really appreciate it for what it is. So when you're obsessed about physical looks, attraction, and good sex, and you don't even give a chance of they might be losers and things that you like to do, you're putting your face against this screen door, this window of only one thing and only one way to look at it. Step back and really see the beauty of life. How awesome and cool it'd be to be in a philosophy class, debate class, painting, skiing, golfing. And she was like, you're right. I've held myself back from those for so long, and I haven't done it in such a long time. I was like, I promise you, you're going to enjoy it. Don't close doors or windows in your life when things aren't working for you, when you're not getting what you want. That's when you open new doors. Trust yourself. Open new windows, which will lead to doors. Trust yourself. Usually the world works in a way where something seems to kind of just, here he is. And you're like, oh, I was not expecting that. So she's going to enroll to one of those classes, and we're going to talk next week, and we're going to talk about that class. And we're going to continue focusing on that for a little while. Opening new doors, because that will translate, that will go towards, wow, I met someone. I made new friends. I'm trying new things. It's very interesting. So what I want you to do is leave a comment, a question, a concern, a situation on this, because I love to hear what you all have to say. I respond to them myself personally. Hit that subscription, by the way. If you're curious about a coaching session, go to coachingwithundress.com. I'm here to help you. And again, Valentine's Day special. Even though it's past Valentine's Day, I'm going to hold this Valentine's Day special for the rest of the year, 2023. Leave a question, leave a comment. If you're interested in coaching, special discounted rate to you. Thank you for watching. My name is Coach Undress. I'll see you soon.